Namaste students, welcome to the revision class of mathematics. We are going to see the two chapters now, vector algebra and three-dimensional geometry. In vector algebra, we have learnt dot product, right? How to find the dot product? This is one vector, this is another vector. To find the dot product, 5 into 3, 15 plus 3 into 4, 12 plus 6 into minus 2, minus 12. So, dot product you will get a numerical value, okay, no ijk. In the final value you will get only 15. For example, I have given you this sum. Next one, you all know the magnitude, right? Magnitude means if you have a vector, how to find the magnitude, right? Root of coefficient of I, that is 5 square plus coefficient of j 3 square plus 6 square. So this is your magnitude of this 5i plus 3j plus 6k. You will get 25 plus 9 plus 36, which is equal to root 70. If you can find the perfect root, you will get a root value. Otherwise, you can leave as it is, right? The next one is angle between two vectors. You all know angle between two vectors, cos theta is equal to a vector dot b vector by magnitude of a vector, magnitude of b vector. You all know how to find dot product of two vectors like this. Then you all know how to find the magnitude of those separate vectors. Then you can find the angle. The next one is projection of a vector on b vector, right? A dot b by magnitude of b vector. Suppose if you have b on a, okay, so the vector which is after on, that should come in the denominator. So a dot b by magnitude of b, this is projection of a on b. Okay, the next one is unit vector. Unit vector you will denote by a cap, that is equal to a vector by magnitude of a vector. So the first one is dot product, magnitude. If you know these two basic things, you can do angle between two vectors, projection of a vector on b vector. Okay, the next one, you will use this formula in certain sums, right? A vector plus b vector plus c vector, the whole square is equal to a vector square plus b vector square plus c vector square plus 2 times of a dot b plus 2 times of b dot c plus 2 times of c dot a. You can use this formula for any 1 marks. The next one, we are going for cross product, angle using cross product. Okay, dot product means we are using cos theta, cross product we are using sin theta. Sin theta equal to magnitude of a vector cross b vector by magnitude of a vector, magnitude of b vector. This is your sin theta formula, right? That is a cross b by magnitude of a and magnitude of b. Actually, you will have here like this, right? You will find the cross product. Okay, then you can find the angle. It's very simple only. The next one is area of triangle. Area of triangle is equal to half magnitude of a vector cross b vector. So vectors will be given, you should find the area of the triangle. Otherwise, area of the parallelogram means magnitude of a vector cross b vector. The most important thing is how to find the cross product, that you should see here. This is given vector a vector, this is given vector b vector. So please don't multiply and write once you seeing this symbol, okay? So what we are doing here, I, j, k. First you should write I, j and k. Then write the coefficients of a vector. 1, minus 7, 7, 3, minus 2, 2. Okay. So if I take I, okay, cover this. 2 into minus 7, minus 14. In between you will have a negative. So minus minus will become plus. Minus 2 into minus 7 is minus 14. Minus minus is plus 14. So the second term always start with a negative sign. That is for j. Plus minus plus. So minus j into j means I will cover this, right? You will cover this part. So 2 into 1 is 2. In between you will have a negative. So 3 into 7 is minus 21. So if I go for the next one, it is k. Cover this row and column. You will have 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. Minus of minus 21. So plus 21. So you can simplify and write this. Then if you want, you can find the magnitude also. Okay, so the cross product, if you know the cross product, you can do angle between using cross product, area of triangle, area of parallelogram. But this cross product is very important. So please see the symbols also. That is very, very important. And always you will start, suppose if you are taking this, see if I want to find I, we are covering this means first you should go this direction. Okay, 2 into minus 7. Okay, then only you should go this side like this. First you should go here, then you should go like this. Okay, so please keep in your mind. The next one, this is a condition you all know, right? Dot product, perpendicular condition. If the dot product is equal to 0, then A vector and B vector are perpendicular to each other. Okay, this is the main condition. The next you all know how to find the volume of the parallelepiped. Volume of parallelepiped is equal to box product A vector, B vector, C vector. So they will be given 3 vectors. A vector coefficients, B vector coefficients, C vector coefficients. Then you can find the determinant value. The next one is, okay, next we are going for 3-dimensional geometry. In 3-dimensional geometry, the first case is direction cosines of a line when angle is given. L is equal to cos alpha, M equal to cos beta, N equal to cos gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma values they will give you, right? That is your 45, 30, 60, whatever it is. If they given you the angles, you can LMN or direction cosines. You can substitute alpha, beta, gamma and then you can find the values. The next one, direction cosines of a line when direction ratios A, B, C are given. Okay, that is A by root of A square plus B square plus C square, B by root of A square plus B square plus C square, C by root of A square plus B square plus C square. The next one is direction ratios of a line joining 2 points. So suppose 2 points is given, how to find the direction ratios? x2 minus x1 comma y2 minus y1 comma z2 minus z1. So all these three are direction cosines when angle is given, when the ratios is given, when 2 points are given. Okay. The next one we are going for vector equation of a line passing through one point parallel to one vector. R vector is equal to A vector plus lambda into B vector. So that point represent this A. Okay, A is your point and this B is your parallel vector. So whatever the vector, parallel vector is given, that is your B vector, right? Cartesian form will be x minus x1 by L, y minus y1 by M, z minus z1 by N. So this x1, y1, z1 are the points. LMN are the parallel vectors values. Okay. Next one is vector equation of a line passing through 2 points. Okay. Vector form. R vector is equal to A vector plus lambda into B minus A. So this A, B both are points here. Okay. The Cartesian form is x minus x1 by x2 minus x1. Y minus y1 by y2 minus y1, z minus z1 by z2 minus z1. So this is vector equation passing through one point parallel to one vector, vector equation passing through 2 points. The next one is angle between two lines. The same formula, angle formula, b1 dot b2 by magnitude of b1, magnitude of b2. So angle formula will be same in every case. Next, if two lines are perpendicular, then what is the condition? L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2 is equal to 0. Next one is shortest distance between skew lines, right? D is equal to B1 cross B2 dot A2 minus A1 by B1 vector cross B2 vector. What is the meaning of skew lines? Neither intersecting nor parallel. Okay, so this is the shortest distance between the skew lines, B1 cross B2 dot A2 minus A1 by magnitude of B1 cross B2, and this is the shortest distance between parallel lines. Parallel lines means there will be only one B, right? So that is B vector cross A2 minus A1 by magnitude of B1. Next one is equation of a plane in normal form. R vector dot n cap equal to D. Cartesian form is Lx plus My plus Nz is equal to D. Equation of a plane perpendicular to a given vector and passing through a given point. r vector minus a vector dot n cap equal to 0, and the Cartesian form is a into x minus x1, b into y minus y1, c into z minus z1 is equal to 0. Cartesian equations of the plane passing through 3 points. So x1 y1 z1, x2 y2 z2, x3 y3 z3. So the Cartesian form is x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1 equal to 0. Okay, wow. Next one is angle between two planes. The same one. Only the letters are different here, right? n1 dot n2 by magnitude of n1, magnitude of n2. Next, suppose if two planes are parallel, the condition is a1 a2 is equal to b1 b2 is equal to c1 c2. Two planes are perpendicular means a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. The most important terms, distance between a point and a plane. So just you are going to write the plane equation as it is, whatever is given in the question. Okay, ax by1 cz1 minus d by root of a square plus b square plus c square. Distance between two planes, that is parallel planes. Okay, the distance between two planes, that is parallel planes. Okay, d2 minus d1 by root of a square plus b square plus c square. So very careful. Okay, be very careful. Distance between a point and a plane is different. Distance between two planes is different. Next one is angle between a line and a plane. It is b dot n by magnitude of b, magnitude of n vector. Okay, these are the basic terms, formulas you have in both the chapters. Let's see some questions. Okay, I'll give you some worksheets questions. You can do that and you can submit that. Find the dot product of. So using the dot product you can find this. The next one is show that I cap minus j cap by root 2 is a unit vector. That is, you should find unit vector. That is, show that is a unit vector. Now you should find the magnitude of this. If you get the value as 1, you can say that it is a unit vector. Find the direction ratios and direction cosines of this. What is the ratios here? The coefficients 1, 1, minus 2. That is your direction ratios. Direction cosines means 1 by root of 1 square plus 1 square plus minus 2 square, right? That is your cosines. Then you should find 1 by LMN, like that you should do this. Next one is, if a vector and b vector is given, find a unit vector in the direction of this. So first you should find a minus b. So you will get one vector. For that vector, you should find unit. That is, what is the unit vector? A vector by magnitude of a vector. So here you should find for a minus b. Okay, vector a minus b vector by magnitude of a minus b vector. Okay, for that you should find like this. The next one is the value of lambda for which the vectors are orthogonal. Orthogonal means their dot product is equal to 0. So you can find the dot product, equate that to 0 and find the value of lambda. Okay, this is if theta is the angle between two vectors, find sin theta and cos theta. So both is given. You all know how to find the dot product. Cos theta is a dot b. Right, the same way sin theta is equal to a cross b by magnitude of a and magnitude of b. You can use that formula and you can do this. A, b is given. Find the projection of a on b. What is the formula for a on b? A dot b by magnitude of b vector. Good. Next one. Find the projection of b plus c on a. A, b, c is given. First you find b plus c. You will get one vector. With that vector, you should find the dot product on A. Okay. Suppose if I take b plus c as d, then d dot a by magnitude of a. The ninth question, if the vectors a, b, c are such that a plus lambda b is perpendicular to c. So first, you should find a vector plus lambda b. You should find the dot product with C because it is given it is perpendicular to C vector. Since it is perpendicular, the dot product must be equal to 0. That is A plus lambda B dot C equal to 0. By using this condition, okay, you can find the value of lambda. Next one is the area of the triangle whose adjacent sides are. So they are given AB, half magnitude of A vector cross B vector. So you can find the area. The next one is they are given two vectors and they are saying those two vectors are parallel. The condition is A1 A2 equal to B1 B2 equal to C1 by C2. You can do that. Find lambda when the projection is 4 units. That is the projection of A on B. The formula is A vector dot B vector by magnitude of B vector equal to 4 is given. So you can equate and you can find the value for lambda. The next question. Find lambda if this cross this equal to 0. You can use the cross product. Find the volume of the, that is here the volume of the parallelepiped is given. That is box product ABC is given as 546. You can find lambda. If the vectors are coplanar, find lambda. So coplanar means box product equal to 0. Box product, how will you find? 1 1 minus 3, 2 1 minus 1, 5 2 1 3. Then you should expand that. You should find that, you should equate that to 0. You should find the value for lambda. Find A dot B cross C. So first find cross product, then find the dot product with A. A vector given, B vector given, and A cross B is given. Find A dot B. So using this A cross B, you can write this A cross B by A vector B vector sin theta. Substitute all the value and find sin theta and theta value from that. Then you can find A dot B. A dot B is nothing but A B cos theta is equal to A vector. You can use that and you can find that, right? If A plus B dot A minus B is equal to 12 and A vector is equal to 2 times of B vector, find A vector and B vector. So determinant A vector square, that is A plus B A minus B. Determinant A vector square minus B vector square is equal to 12. You can equate, you can substitute this value, you can find that. Here they are asking the box product. It's very simple only. Find X such that the points are coplanar. They are given 4 points. This is A. So all you should start with A. AB, AC, AD. Okay. OB minus OA, OC minus OA, OD minus OA. Then you should find the box product. You should equate that to 0. Then you can find the value for X. So 3D. The next worksheet will be based on 3D. Distance between two planes. Okay. They have given you two planes and you can see here the second one. Yes, they are parallel because see, we multiply the first one by 2. First you multiply and 2 and make the planes to be parallel. Then you can use this formula d2 minus d1 by root of a square plus b square by c square. If the straight lines intersect at a point, find the value of k. Okay, that is the point of intersection. First you should equate this to lambda and you should equate this to mu. Okay, that is like your 6 marks you did intersect. Then you can equate and you can find this. If the lines are coplanar, then k can have values. Coplanar condition x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1 by l1 m1 n1, l2 m2 n2. So this is your x1 y1 z1, x2 y2 z2. Suppose if you have minus 2, it will become plus 2, right? Next, L1 M1 N1 is 1 1 minus k, L2 M2 N2 is k2 and 1. Find the distance of the plane from the origin. It's a very simple question. D by root of a square plus b square plus c square. You can do this. Equation of the plane with intercepts 2, 3, y on the x, y, z axis. X by a plus y by b plus z by c is equal to 1. You can do this. Sixth question. Find the angle between the following pair of lines. Lines, planes, whatever it is, you should take only the parallel values for a and b. So this is your a vector. Minus 2i, 7j minus 3k, and this is your b vector. Find the dot product, then you can find the magnitude. The same. Find the angle between two planes. It's very simple. 2i plus j minus 2k. 3i minus 6j minus 2k. You can find dot product on this. Find the angle between the line and the plane. For line, you will take this vector as the first a vector, and the plane, this will be your n vector. Using the same cos theta formula, you can find the angle. So when you consider angle, whether it is lines, vectors or planes,